Good morning to all. In this session, we are going to see about the overview, basis of foundry in the unit of overview of mechanical engineering. So, about the basis of foundry, we say we are going to see about the introduction of the manufacturing. So, the manufacturing is it is a creation of production of goods with the help of the equipment, labor, and machines. Tools and chemical will comes to chemical biological processing or the formulation itself. So here you are having the foundry castings and the operating a man operating a robot for the welding itself. And in this one the classifications you see about the casting, molding, forming, and machining, joining, coating. Finally comes the additive manufacturing. These are the classifications. And examples of forming process there will be no metal wastage will be there, but metal will be changed from one shape to the other shape. Here the metal from the higher diameter is reduced to low diameter, and here it is from the lower diameter to enlarge the higher diameter. This is work we are reading, but this is the metal sheet, metal plate, which is having a diameter of thickness will be lower, and it has been compressed to get a higher diameter itself. And also there's from the higher diameter to squeeze it to a lower diameter itself. This is a work one, and this is a finished product we are getting it. This is another form of a forming process. This is on a manipulation surface and on animation surface, where the larger part of the part has been reduced to a smaller diameter. And it's a deep forging next one. So deep forging is a step-by-step forging is there. We are getting a long, deep length of the of a vessel from the shorter from the plate surface. So step by step it has been formed to a final stage itself. So this is other type of the forming itself. So when you are squeezing it, it gets a part itself, which is a part in this to the diameter of the thickness of this one. It is able to get the part which you require it. And this is the animation part. So from the higher diameter to moving to the lower diameter, and it has been winded to a form as a spring type itself. Here is a foundry process there. The foundry process, you can see the animation where the metal part has been melted and it has been collected in a bucket itself, and from the bucket it has been poured into molds. This is why the foundry process all these parts are manufactured by the foundry itself, such that it can able to produce many parts of the part which is difficult for difficult machining itself, and the foundry process is carried out for the carrying out number of parts are higher. It is a foundry is be easier for us. The steps of foundry is first we say the raw metal. Raw metal is poured the melting process, and this melting process mold is prepared side by wide size, and in the melting process is poured into the mold, forms as the casting, and the casting as the mold is given for the coating itself. Then it is given for the some other grindings or machining process. Finally, it is used for packing process. And on the finishing part itself, if you are saying the part is not to a required dimension, then again it is being shifted into the process raw material itself. And the steps of foundry is in such a type is there. So the melting process, we melt the metal, and we are pouring it. It will be liquid stage, and it will be poured there. Whereas the pouring is we will be pouring it into a certain mold itself to form the required part itself, and that's a riser there. Such that if any part has been not enough, means the metal from the riser will be flow into the part to fill the space itself. Here you can see about the pouring base itself in as animation itself. So this is the pouring part using it here. This is screw pin through which the part has been poured, and finally you get the part. This is the product you are getting it here. So initially we are pouring it and heat dissipation. The next one is the solidification. Final is the final coating, and coating solidification is there. So this is the part is there. So whenever you pour the metal part into this, it fills the part, fills the required part, and rises the rope and rises itself. The vent was provided. Any gases is left inside the inside the mold part, it will be escapes through the vent holes. First, finally comes for the ejection cleaning. So it's a mold. First we break the mold and surface we cleaning it. Next the initial assessment is there, and finally we are getting it the part itself. With this we come to the end of this session itself, and finally felting and final inspection. And thank you for watching this inspection.